just getting the practice done every day. Um, and you start to see that progress. And as soon as you start to see the progress, the confidence just goes right with it.
This is so exciting. I'm so excited.
Well, I think we are live once again. How are you, everyone? What's up, everyone? Ironman and Beyond community, busy high achievers all over the world. This is Coach Shangrila. We have Vinetta here. We have three ladies who's going to help us tackle how to overcome the lack of confidence in swimming. We're going to talk more about it. And I want to make sure that we welcome our new athletes in the group. If you are new in the group, say, I'm new, coach, but I'm super excited to actually learn a lot here in the group because we are giving a lot of free training resources and we are here to help you out. Okay, so what are we going to go through? Let me share you my screen. We have this lovely ladies gaining confidence in swimming, how to overcome lack of confidence, dislike of, and fear about swimming. So we are going to talk about transition from lack of confidence, okay? Avoidance of going to the pool. Who here don't like going to the pool, especially during cold winter? Still Stephanie. All right. And then especially, you don't even want to go to the pool because you're embarrassed if people are looking at you because you don't know what you're doing. It's okay to raise hand because I was in your place too. Okay, I was in your place too, and I was actually embarrassed. I remember myself. I told the coach who was on the pool. I said, like, Coach, can I just stay here where I can touch the bottom of the pool? Because I was super afraid, and I was just I felt like I was an underdog. I'm like, ooh, they're just too good. Okay, so who here feels like that when you go to the pool? Feeling confident and enjoying swimming and even finding swimming as relaxing.
Yeah, that's big.
That's actually huge. Okay, what are the steps to take so you can also improve your swimming? Okay, or like if let's say you really want to do triathlon, okay, but the swimming is the one that's actually like it's on the way. Because I was there also, many years ago, and Vinetta knows about this one. Yeah. Many years ago when I was cycling and running, I said, I want to be a triathlete, but I don't know how to swim. How can I be a triathlete? And you know what? It took me 2 years. And we'll hear more about what happened to these three ladies. How about them? And I want to hear more about you. Like, have you been wanting to learn how to swim, to get better at swimming? So, for example, you've been working on swimming. You finished probably 70.3 Ironman, but the swimming sucked. Because I was there too. Because after I learned how to swim, guess what? Now what happened is that now I'm still the last one out of the water. And then now I have to chase the people who are actually fast in swimming on the bike and on the run. So that's what I was doing. So even though I was finishing triathlon race, I'm like, oh, looks like I need to learn more. How can I get faster? We're going to cover that. Are you guys excited? Because this is a lot of learning experience, not just from the, people who are actually like, ooh, I don't know how to swim, but how about gaining confidence? How about learning the proper technique? We're going to mention about those things. Okay. Or how about, just basically enjoying swimming? Would you want that? So for example, if you are originally a runner, okay, you started running or you started cycling and you just I wish I could just feel the same way in swimming as I do in cycling and running. Okay. So at least you don't feel the anxiety or you don't avoid things and you just want to have fun, right? Who wants to have fun here? Raise your hand. Looks like, ooh, we have people. It's gonna be a fun live training because we have three fun ladies here. That's why we are so happy to have them. in our exclusive current athletes Feisty Fox Tribe, because they make our group so much fun.
Let me just say hi to everyone who's joining us. Hi, Melissa. Glad you could tune in.
Yeah.
Jeanette's here. Hi,
Jeanette.
Greg's here. Hi.
Right. Jennifer.
Julian's here. Too. Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa.
Awesome. People are starting to jump in. Welcome, everyone. So if you're listening to here, please put here #live down below. Or if you're listening to the replay, welcome, then put #replay. All right. So let's see. Right. Let me start. Okay. Let's introduce now. Are you guys ready to hear more? Okay, there's 3 ladies, badass ladies. They're busy high achiever that just like they want to do triathlon, and the swimming is the thing. Like, just get that swimming out of the way. All right, so we have here Korie from Vegas, California. So wave ahead, Korie. Who's Korie here?
Hi.
Korie. And we got Stephanie from Texas. Hello, Stephanie. And we also have another lady in Texas, Archie.
Yay.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Welcome, Korie, Stephanie, Archie. Super excited. Guess what? They are excited because athletes in Ironman and beyond, they were in your shoes just last year. They were like watching this live training. I said, like, I want to be that person. And, they took action, and then now it turns around. Now they're going to share so that you as well can be inspired. So you also, can get out of that where you're at and continue improving, continue to growth. Okay. So let's introduce Korie. Korie, how are you doing? And Stephanie, Archie, how are you all doing?
Fabulous.
All right. Good. All right. So Korie, tell me, so that was about November 29, actually. Yeah, I remember.
And
only 2 months ago, I was in the Facebook group, the Ironman and Beyond. I was scrolling Facebook one day, feeling sorry for myself, and I got the invite on Facebook, and I came in and joined the group and watched one of these calls, and I was like, yes, I want to do that. I can do that.
So you were pumped up already. Were you already swimming then? Like, what's going on with your swimming then, or like your training?
For my swimming career, I have done several triathlons, and a lot of those were 7-8 years ago when I was in my what I would call top shape before I got injured. I was never very good at swimming though. So I have completed triathlons. I am always the last one out of the lake water. No. I'm always I'm drinking half of it. Takes me forever being at the back of the pack.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was my experience. I came back and did a couple of them in October locally here.
Sure.
And I just had the experience of like, I was doing the sprint triathlon, and it was a little bit demoralizing because I was passed by every single beginner, every single Olympic athlete, all of the long distance athletes, every single person doing all the distances that started after me, passed me. And I was the literally last person. And it was just, you go to the transition area. It's just, in like my bike is the only one there. I'm like, okay, I can catch up to people. You never see anybody. You're all by yourself. It's not really a race. I want to be more competitive, feel good.
Especially because you were competitive back 7-8 years ago. You want to get yourself back. And
even when I was back then, it was never swimming. That was always a struggle.
Gotcha. Who here can relate to Korie? You guys feel like that? Like, you're the last one out of the water, or
the barricades are being taken down.
Yeah.
Really embarrassing.
Not me. That was me. Or like, for example, are you one of those, like, you used to be a varsity, or you used to be like athletic, could be like 10, 20 years ago. Yeah, sure. It could be like many years ago, like, but you just want it back. Okay. We're going to touch base more about like how is that like wanting back to you, Korie, later on. Let's ask Stephanie. Stephanie, how was your swimming? Okay, so you're in Texas. I know you flew back from Australia, came to Texas, and what's happening when before you actually approach us for some help?
Oh, I was actually living in Sydney and we were in lockdown for about 2 months before I left the country.
Sure.
And so I wasn't really getting any swimming in at all. Everything was closed. But when I came back, yeah, I was just kind of going to the pool, trying to swim from one end to the other end, and that was about it. It was like nothing continuous or anything.
What happened when you swam from one end of the pool to the other?
Oh, that's about it. Like, yay, I did it.
Wow. And I remember, when we were messaging, you were even saying that I kept asking you, are you swimming? You kept like avoiding it. Is it because of the chlorine water? What's happening? What's happening with swimming?
I just didn't know anything about technique or anything. And I would just try to mimic what I'd see other people doing.
Oh,
but I wasn't any good at it.
Gotcha. Right. So you kind of like look around how they're doing it. Were you one of those who's also watching any some YouTube videos?
Sometimes, but
okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's check on Archie. Archie.
Hello.
Hi. Tell us about your swimming. Okay.
All right. So before I approached you all for swimming, I had already started taking classes in person with one of the local organizations here that help triathletes and multi-sports athletes.
Sure.
And I have to say, I started last March because I knew then that I wanted to do a triathlon. I had always wanted to do one, but I actually made it plain. I was like, I'm going to do one. Sure. So I immediately started taking swimming classes. But I would say from March until August, I still felt that I was not adequate. I didn't know enough. I was not comfortable. I felt like I didn't have all the tools needed to really become a good swimmer. So I got frustrated with the whole thing. I never gave up in my mind about being a triathlete, but I was like, this sucks. Like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to be ready by next spring to do my first sprint? So one day I happened to be on Facebook like Korie, and I was scrolling when I should have been working probably. And I see Feistyfox, and I'm like, what is this about? So, of course, it's Shangrila. Coach Shangrila, she was very energetic and talking about swimming and getting better at swimming and being a triathlete. And I was like, she's speaking my language. So let me go in and listen to one of her videos. And when I listened to her videos, it was a wrap. I was like, okay, I think that I can definitely become a swimmer if I, join one of her sessions or whatever. Sure. So that's how I decided to become a feisty fox athlete, because I was like, yeah, she could teach me what I need to know to get me on track to be a triathlete. So that's how I found out about you. But I was frustrated. I had taken classes. It just didn't click. It just wasn't a fit. I don't know. I just didn't get it.
That's very interesting, because that was already in person. Like, you guys can like talk, like see. Yep. And, as much as I would love for you to come here in Los Angeles, we have not met in person, but does it seem like you're too far? It seems like we're talking almost every day.
Yeah, actually it does. And I have to say, out of my 2 boot camp sessions with you, I am definitely more confident than I was before. And I even signed up for my first triathlon in April.
There you go. Yeah. Wow, that's big. So, yeah. So let me ask just each one of you guys, I know Korie, that was 7 to 8 years ago. I'm just gonna want to ask, like, how long have you guys been wanting to like get to where you're at right now? Actually, before I assume, do you feel a lot more confident in terms of swimming than, probably a couple months ago? Go ahead. Actually,
you want me to go first? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I do.
Tell us more, like, why do you feel, how do you know that you feel confident? Because it's been what you did the, like the boot camp only this summer, and then you transitioned to triathlon. So it's been like about only 2 months.
It's been only 2 months, and I'm looking, and then like, I have days where I go to the pool and I'm practicing drills for over an hour in the water. Then I still don't get all the stuff done that was supposed to be done that day, and they're cleaning the pool and kicking me out of there. So I'm just it's got to commit to. For me, I just had to get in the pool every single day, even if I didn't feel like it, and just practice those side kicking.
Yeah. Yeah.
With all the side kicking and all the drills and just over and over and over again until finally it started to click. And then when it started to click, I had improvement. I felt like I improvement every single time I went to the pool. I got better at something. So I think it was just consistency of doing those drills. I'm still doing the drills. I'm still not great, but I can
still do the drills. Yeah.
I'm not drinking half the pool anymore, so I'm happy about that. I don't feel like I'm going to throw up. I can actually go further without, and it's a work in progress.
Yeah, I mean, because I remember when you actually did your first, test on swimming, you were nausea. You're like about to throw up. Is that right? Can you tell us more about what happened on the first?
Yep.
workout?
She has this critical swim speed. You go out there on your first day without learning how to any other technique.
You gotta get the baseline.
Here you go swim 400 and see how fast you can go. And I literally felt like I was going to throw up. I didn't actually throw up, but it was really hard, and I was like, ugh. And I was drinking on my one side, my non-dominant side. I was inhaling water on that side, and that's probably why I didn't feel good. Plus, I was pushing it too hard. Yeah. So now I feel like I can go that same speed. Like, for example, this morning, I beat that time just by doing my easy pace warm up for 400. So
amazing.
And I don't, I was able to continue and do the rest of most of the workout. I focused on the drill so much. It's like, I had ran out of time because it was over an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's as what matters a lot more is the confidence that you actually got, and that was only a very short time. 2 months, and before the actual, like learning about it, how long were you trying or wanting to get that confidence? Or
I've been wanting that confidence my whole life. Yeah. Well, I've been a runner since 2007, and then marathons and everything. Originally I didn't know how to swim at all. Like I did not know how to swim. So I hired another triathlon coach years ago who taught me from scratch how to swim, had put my head in the water and all that stuff, to getting at least to where I wasn't going to drown and I could move.
Sure.
And that was where I was started from when I came to you. It's like, I can go and I'm not going to die. And that's pretty much it. Like I was confident enough, like out in the open water, but only if it was a race and they had support in the boats and everything. I still I'm scared to go out and go in open water swim by myself. I won't do it.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I got to overcome when it gets warmer.
Yeah. All right.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But I feel so much more confident now. And I think it's just getting the practice done every day. And you start to see that progress. And as soon as you start to see the progress, the confidence just goes right with it.
Yeah. You're building. Yeah.
It's I'm assuming it's more of the win every single day, the small win.
Yeah.
The confidence makes you just go back. And actually the habit, because you will go to the pool, you commit to it. And that 30-day swim boot camp, you get so much.
And there were some really big ones too. It's like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden I didn't drink any water on that side. Cool. Whoa, it finally clicked. I'm like, click. Hey, I got it. You're like, I'm doing the
and then you're like dancing because you're winning. It's like,
it's like, this is awesome. So it'll click in something just randomly as you're practicing a drill one day and not even thinking about it.
Yeah, good. Awesome.
I'm hearing a lot of confidence in terms of knowing that you can get better. You can be really good with swimming after taking all the steps, and you know what to do next. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. And the feedback, I mean, the main reason I just have to say just that I joined the coaching is because I just love Coach Shangrila's attitude, and she's so excited, and she believes in you. It's like, you can do it. I'm like, really? I don't know. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, I'll do it.
Yes, you can. The main reason is good. Sorry.
And and the feedback with the videos, has just been great, and I think that coach just really clicked and definitely is the right coach for me.
Well, thank you. Well, you know why I believe so much? Because I was the worst swimmer ever. I'm telling you. So when I see you guys, you're way much better than I was. So that's where I'm coming from. Anyway, so let's talk about Stephanie. Stephanie, the confidence. The last time I was talking to you, you're like, Coach, I'm loving swimming. Earlier we were asking you like how was swimming earlier, and you were avoiding it, you didn't like it, but now you tell us more about like what has developed on the love. Is it the love you like feel relaxing? Tell us more about how do you feel about swimming now?
Well, now I would say it definitely feels more natural after like going through the swim boot camp and just having the training mixed with the curriculum. That helped a lot because I didn't really understand a lot, I guess, about swimming beforehand. And that just kind of opened my eyes, and just showing up every day and taking like little baby steps to apply all the drills just to get better. Definitely, I would say I enjoy it a lot more than I used to. I used to avoid it.
And actually I did post something here that you actually improve on your critical swim speed. You were over, you were stopping a lot before, you were drinking gallons of water, you were over 3 minutes per 100 yards. And I remember, let me see, I have my cheat notes here. Let me see. I want to gain my confidence. I want to gain the confidence I need in order to move on to my 70.3 goal. So that's what you told us back in September 29. Okay. And
I think we're trying to decide if I was going to do an Olympic or actually sign up for 70.3.
70.3, right? And then now, actually today, I told you, hey, Stephanie, you're nearing 230 minutes per 100 yards, but that 2 months ago, you were not there. Or actually 3 months ago, you were not there. You were like over 3 minutes. You did not know what you were doing. And you are now at 230. And you told me in the group, you said, yeah, I'm so happy. It gets addicting.
I want to go faster.
Now you're like, ooh, if I can do that, is that what you meant by it gets addicting?
The improvement gets addicting. And now that I've reached, I guess, 230, 240, I want to go faster. It's like 2 minutes.
Nice.
Are you guys getting inspired on this, everyone? We have Mary Beth also calling in, just jumping in. And Pauline also. We got James. Hello, James. Justine. All right. And Jeffrey's also here. Well, guess what?
Oh, Jennifer Barnes also is here.
Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer. So, well, Stephanie signed up for 70.3.
I did.
After the 30-day swim boot camp, she signed up for 70.3. So it was only October when she was like, I don't know how to swim. You just heard, she got thumbs up already. October, right? And you know what she signed up for? It's actually Texas 70.3, which is in April.
April? It's February now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Did you ever think that you're going to sign up for 70 point? Would you have a courage to actually jump in that big for 70.3?
It's been on my bucket list for like 6 years. And I finally, decided, hey, I've been putting this off for too long. I need to get this done.
So where did you get the courage?
Well,
What happened?
From you and from boot camp, and just believing in all your athletes.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome.
You're like, I'm about to click now. I'm gonna commit to it.
I kept going back and forth. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I just need to commit to it, and then I'll make it happen.
Yeah. I think commitment is big, right? When you commit, even though you're scared, even though you don't know how, but you will find a way, right? And you just keep growing, you surprise yourself. Is that what happened? You guys can relate? Yeah.
Who here has been holding off on signing up for something like this?
Well, yes.
Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments.
Yes, we want to know how long have you been putting on?
Who else wants to do a 70.3, and how long have you been wanting to do it? Let's see it.
It took me 2 years. And then when the 2 years, I said, like, I want to be a triathlete, but I don't know how to swim. And then like put in the back burner. I'm like, come on, Shangrila, what the hell are you doing? Sign up. And you know what I signed up? I signed up for super sprint. Okay, which has 300 meters, all girls. Okay, I wasn't like, Stephanie who signed up for 70.3. My goodness, you are brave. Good job. All right. So let's see. Archie. So now you mentioned to us that you feel much more confident. And what that confidence in swimming, what's the effect of it? Right now, you committed to a race, which
I did.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah. So, I was very worried. I was like, I don't know if I can do a triathlon. I'm like, this swimming part is breaking me down. I don't know if I can do it. So I would have to say that, being persistent, and then not only did that, how you stayed on me, because, I had gone through some family issues and I kind of lost focus, and I wasn't really into it like I should have been because my focus was taken away. I just lost my mother, and then another family member had to go into the hospital, and I had to pretty much be there for him each day. So I kind of got down and I lost my focus, and I was like, I just, and it took you getting me back on track. Like that one time you gave me that feedback and it was in all caps.
What did it say?
It said, Archie, you are not doing this, and I asked you to do this. So it took me back to my military days, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not meeting the standard. And so, so I was like, oh my God. And then I just started feeling really bad because I was like, I know Coach Shangrila, that she has so much faith and belief in me. And I'm like, I cannot allow myself to get off track like this because, my mom just passed. She was so proud of me for pursuing this. And then with all of that on me and then letting down Coach, I was like, oh no, I got to get back on track. So, that gave me the push that I needed, because sometimes you do have to have a little tough love. And I think people get afraid of that, but it's definitely necessary, especially for me. At times, because I know I can be stubborn, but I think in that case, I was more not focused. I was tired. I was ready for 2021 to be gone. And I was like, I just need to get into the new year. I will feel like I'm starting anew. And so with that, it pushed me. And I said, I'm going to do this because I have a wonderful coach. And I know that I have all the tools necessary. It's time to go ahead and buckle down and get serious and get focused and stay on track. So from then on, I was like, I'm going to do this. And I've been successful ever since.
Yeah, you have been. Oh my God.
I have. Yeah.
I had to catch up on you because you're like, Coach, I did this one. Coach, I did this one. Okay, it's time to get back to Archie. I need to catch up.
Right.
Where are your videos right now? Because Ironman and Beyond, so we give feedbacks in the exclusive group. And the more they speak up, the more they say, I need help, the more that they show up, the more that they get feedback from me, the more the attention that they get. So so Archie was showing up. I'm like, whoa, this is a different Archie. And the main reason being is because I saw you,
Yeah.
Things happen. And by the way, prayers to your mom. And she's watching this and she's so proud of you. She's so proud of you. You speaking here and actually sharing that you just signed up for triathlon, a sprint one, right?
Yeah.
And that's something that you promised her. I'm sure she's proud of you. So everyone, things happen. Things happen in life. And sometimes, you're just like, what, let's just go to next year. But then we are still here. We are, like that was her, we are still in 2021. You don't want to lose sight of that. You're not there. That's important. And one day is important. And I saw her really doing well in the first beginning of the boot camp. And, I'm like, Archery is good. But then things happen. It went downside and kind of lose track. And I have to basically not sugarcoat and just say it right out. I just want to be honest because I want the best for her because she committed to it. So when an athlete come to us, I know that they want to do something. They want to make a change. And when I said yes to these athletes like Korie, Stephanie, and Archie, I'm with them. I'm not going to give up on you. If you said you want that, I know you want that. And if you kind of going you know what, coach, I don't think I can do it. Let's think about what's happening right now that's making you actually say that, because maybe there are other things that we can resolve, right? And dig into it. And yeah, so we are so proud of you. Awesome. So yeah, Junetta, let's check out other athletes that's just jumping. Are you guys getting a lot from this one, everyone?
Melissa says she can totally relate to Archie. She also had, she lost her dad last year and her sister-in-law. And so she has, let's see, what's the details? Some great guardian angels watching out for us.
Yes.
Thank you. And I my prayers are with you and your family.
Yes. We got also Leo. How's it going, Leo? Sharon. We got Sharon, also a runner, started, showing up in the pool. Leo got faster right away. Also about to come back from surgery. Everyone, if you guys have been inspired, just say #value. Let's say thank you to Korie, Stephanie, and Archie. If you guys have questions, just keep popping up. We're not done yet. We want to know more about, what they did. Okay. Because I know they got a lot from the boot camp. I want to know, what are the top things that you can advise the athletes, let's say top 3 things that you can advise. Let's go back to how you were, okay, back then, like, hey, old Stephanie there, or old Korie there, like, what are you going to say to them, to your old self, or the people just like you who are still like, struggling with swimming? And after that, what you did, what kind of action you did, and then show like how you feel right now, right? You're on the other side. Like, you just want to, I want you to feel the Kool-Aid, just like me. When I saw the other side, the light is like, wow, I love it here, So let's start with, let's start with Korie. Korie, what are the top 3 things that you could advise athletes who are still struggling with swimming?
I think for me, the number one was just to believe that I could actually do it. Because I remember our first conversation when you were interviewing me to, for the program, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to do this. Maybe I'll do an Olympic triathlon. That'd be awesome. And you're like, you could do 70.3, and I'm just like, what? I had never even considered it that I could even do that. Even back when I was doing them before, like, that is too long. There's no way, right? And now I'm like, oh, 70.3 this year, maybe Ironman after that. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
So believing that I can actually do the swimming is really like the number one. The second one is just being consistent with the workouts and making sure you do it. Even if you have to go on a different day, even if you can only do 30 minutes.
Yes.
It's good enough. Whatever you can do is good. And I think the third one is the communication and the feedback.
Yep. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Those are good things. Those are big, actually.
Yeah.
Those, I think, a game changer, because you don't believe in yourself, even though as much as I tell you, hey, we can do it, but then you don't believe in yourself and you're just closed up, right? But it's hard to, right? But then what made you believe in yourself? Like, what is the transition? I'm just curious, because other athletes, they're like, yeah, believe in yourself, but like, how did you do it, Korie? You're just like, Korie, I believe in myself. Like, how you did it?
It was just like, somebody else believed. I mean, the coach, she thinks I can do it. Like, she knows what she's talking about. She's coached athletes just like me lots of times, including people that are, higher level, lower level than I am. And she thinks I can actually do this. Maybe that's true,
Gotcha.
Someone I trusted does believe in me.
Good.
And I don't think, and she's not lying. So it must be true.
Yeah.
Then kind of flipped a little switch in my head,
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you said that, because to me, I want to be realistic. Like, for example, yeah, sure, there's like 70.3 here, but we need to know where you're at. And if I don't want to give you a false confidence, right? And that's why we do this interview. Korie, I really need to get to know you first before I tell you that, hey, like, let's do this one. You can do this. And that's why we do those calls, just to make sure that we know you before even saying, hey, we can help you. Cool.
Yeah. And so now I believe I can do it. And Coach and I are working and evaluating where I'm at now. And we're deciding if going to be in July or if it's going to be at the end of the year or something, but it's definitely going to be happening.
And it's going to happen. It's just the timing.
The timing.
Before it wasn't even there.
I even back then I was like, I never booked them. What? That's too far. There's no way. It wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah.
Now you even talk to your husband, and now you're talking about vacation races.
Yes.
Now it's more like just going for fun, right? A lot of these things open up just for those 3 things that Korie said: believe in yourself, be consistent, communication. Those are great things. Let's jump into Stephanie. Stephanie, how about you give us some 3, top things that you can share so our other athletes actually in Ironman and beyond can learn from you?
Sure. I would say, I guess, whatever goal that you want, just commit to it. Like, stop putting it off. Yeah. And once you commit to it, show up every day and put in the work, and you'll get there. I mean, anything is progress. And then also what Korie said, communication. Like, I talk to my fiance, we look at my training schedule, see if we need to shift anything around. Yeah. Those are my 2 things.
By communication. Good.
Yeah, it helps. If she needs to change something, or if I need to change something, well, either alter my workout day or something she has.
Yeah, I think it's very important. Family, who you live with, like, it's very important because it goes up and down. And our family members are home are the people who we see each day. And sometimes they may not understand what's happening. They may not understand, especially in the beginning, because the thing is that you're evolving, you're transforming, and they've never seen you like that. Like, it could be like in the beginning, she's just trying it out. Let's see how it goes.
What are all these new toys?
Yeah, like, why are you buying all those things? Is it just a waste? Why are you spending so much time in it? Why are you waking up so early? I think that's weird. I'm saying this because I've heard that from a lot of other athletes, not just specifically for you guys. Actually, for me, even my parents said, are you sure you're gonna do triathlon? I mean, just imagine if I actually listened to my parents when my dad passed away last year, but he was so supportive. And at the same time, my mom and my dad, like, you're doing triathlon again? I mean, I saw you. You're the last one out of the water. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure you're gonna quit engineering for coaching? Are you sure? Are you nuts? Right? Like, just like looking at the logic part of it, some people won't understand it. But I think what matters most is actually like what Stephanie said, commitment. You have to commit to yourself. Even as much as, other people would say something negative or maybe not supporting. For you, it's a supportive family, which is great. But for other athletes, they're like, they don't support me, so I'm not going to go for it. Even though I need help, I'm just going to go do it on my own. But then that could be a waste of time, right? But for you, commitment, especially there's this 6 years of not doing 70.3.
Yeah.
That's long. To me, I didn't know 70.3. I just know I want triathlon. Okay. I had no idea what I was doing. So like I said, you're ahead. Okay. You did your research. So that's awesome. So commitment, showing up. And then the other one is communication with family. Okay. Because there are our rocks, support. Okay. Let's move on to Archie. Archie, how about you share us? What can we learn from you? Top 3 things that you can advise us based on your experience.
Oh, okay. For me,
yep.
number 1 was really becoming intimate and clear on my why. Why am I really doing this? And for me, it's for better health. It's for challenging. It's for to be a challenge. And because I know I'm a badass, I can do it. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? knowing your why, and I ain't gonna lie, I want to show off too for people that thought that I couldn't do this. Yeah, this is for you. So, becoming clear on your why, knowing why you're doing this. I want to live a long, healthy, happy life. And this is a sport that's challenging. Not everybody can do it. I mean, I've met trainers that are badass bodybuilders and everything else. But when you say triathlon, I can't do it, or I'm not going to do it. So I like the fact that you have to have a different mindset just to even think about doing something like this. And then there's layers to the mindset, because you got to now get to the point of, do I want to do a half iron? Do I want to do a full iron? So it's so many levels to this thing. So just the fact that you even show up and say that I want to be a triathlete, and you actually start to do it, man, who's going to stop you? No one can stop you but you.
Love it.
So know your why, become intimate with it, be clear about it. The second thing for me is just showing up for yourself. Showing up for yourself, making yourself a priority. I am very generous, and I sometimes I do too much when it comes to others, I believe. So I end up, always putting myself on the back burner. So with happened with my family member, I ended up putting myself on the back burner the last boot camp. So I said, you know what? I needed to do that for him. It was very necessary. But at the same time, I should not have just put myself all the way on the back burner. So I'm learning it's a work in progress. I know those, spots that I need to work on, and that's one of them. But, prioritizing yourself, making sure that you block out time in your schedule to make sure that you get your commitments done for yourself. If you can show up to work every day and do everything for everyone else, you have to show up for yourself as well. Gotcha. So showing up for yourself each day. And then the third one is fight against your self-limiting thoughts and your fears, but not against the water.
What? That's huge. I have to write that down. Say that again, please.
I'll say it again. Fight against your self-limiting thoughts and your fears, but not the water. I was big on fighting against the water. Like, I can't do it. And I just get in there and just flop around. But I had to learn to calm myself down and to take it slow and work through the movements, understand the movements and techniques, feel what it's supposed to feel like. And then once I learned that, you got to feel the water, you got to feel what each technique is supposed to feel like, then I stopped fighting the water and I started looking at my self-limiting thoughts and my fears. So fight against the fears and the self-limiting thoughts and not the water. And then that's how you can kind of overcome whatever fears it is about swimming. It takes time, but you can do it.
I can't even say that as well as you just did.
That's a golden
I'm
nugget.
serious. I was trying to write it down, but my English is just going messed up. So I'm going to have to rewind that. But that's huge. And when I saw her swim videos, oh my goodness, she's super relaxed. So I saw the last videos that you posted in the group, and that was my main thing. I'm like, Archie, you are so relaxed. You're enjoying yourself. That's big. All right.
Nice. That is awesome. That is amazing. That needs to be somewhere on the internet in all the memes.
Yeah.
Nice. So Korie, what do you think made the biggest difference for you working together with Coach Shangrila and the rest of the team?
I think it's the way the whole program is set up, because there's so many different aspects to it. There's all the educational materials. There's so many videos I can't even watch them all. She demonstrates technique video, and I think the real game changer for me is let me send in my video, because you can't see me in person, obviously. Sure. And she's very specific. She's like, your head's wrong. You're not bending your arm. You're this is your wrong. You need to be able to see that. And then I started looking at myself. Yeah, I'm not bending my arm. So the specific feedback on just something so small as your head is wrong made a huge difference on how I could breathe. And so, I don't know, unless you're in the pool next to me and looking under the water, you're not being able to see that. So, it was just the whole package, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have the amazing community here, the feistyfox athletes, and it's just an honor to share the stage with these two wonderful ladies.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Let me share you what she was trying to say. I just pulled up very quickly here. This is something that when she said about feedback. So the thing about it is that athletes would ask how would you know how I swim? You don't see me in person. I'm just very detailed. It's just the way it is. I was an engineer for 15 years and I love going to details. And I had to quit engineering, go to Australia and study swimming as well as much as I studied my master's in engineering. So let me just show you. So in terms of details, it's not just, like, it's not about looking good. It's about doing it correctly. It's not about just going to the other end of the line, but actually building that habit that, that you're doing the technique properly and cutting the bad habits that you're doing. And how to do that, it requires consistency. So that's why when Korie said consistency, showing up, it's because why? Because it requires you to break the bad habits. Like for example, Korie said finished already a triathlon before, but didn't really learn it. So now she has some bad habits that need to cut out. And for you to do that, we need to rewire the brain. And how to do that? Sometimes it's just so natural to do like this. And I was like that too. I was like, for example, Stephanie copying other people swim. Like seriously, like, oh, that swimmer, her arms is just doing like that. Maybe let me try that. And guess what? I got all like, I can't breathe. It's like, oh, I don't think I did it right. And it's just like so much detail. So let me show to you of like how I give feedback. So athletes are more than welcome to actually post unlimited videos that they want. And it's not, I'm very detailed. This is actually James. So here, it's every single part of the body. This is just one of them. So I look at the shoulder, I look at the hip, I look at the kicks, I look at the head position, the angle, how deep, And then the next thing, I think you mentioned, Korie, the curriculum. Okay, so the curriculum. So let me just give you a snippet of it. So this one is actually, you won't see this one in YouTube because they're just so good. They're just very detailed. They're only 3 minutes, but there's meat in it. You have to it's 3 minutes, but every sentence that I said, it was very concise. It was made concise, but every word, every sentence I said, you got to do it correctly. Okay, that's why it's good because it's just so quick to watch, right? And then the next thing, there are athletes actually, they want to learn. Okay. Like, for example, Archie is saying, you know what, I learned swimming, I got to learn how to move. Or like Stephanie, like Stephanie said that, yeah, she went through the curriculum and, each one, what we did is that in swimming. Okay. If you're having a hard time in swimming, it's okay. It is what it is. Swimming is so hard. Why? Because it's complicated. It's complicated. Who here said that swimming is simple? Why is it so hard? Because, oh my God, you're moving this body parts that needs to be in sync, your head. So basically, some of you guys may be just hearing on a high elbow, but really it's a combination of you learning the breathing, balance, alignment, rotation for your shoulder, for your hip, the kicking, okay? And we're not even talking about timing. We're not even talking about speed, wherein we use the tempo trainer to be exact, right? So there's so many components and you expect yourself to actually get it all this time. It's really hard. And, if you're having a hard time, it's okay. But then now let's make it easy, okay? So good. I'm glad you mentioned those, Korie.
I'm really didn't show the curriculum. I think people want to see. Okay. Did you guys want to see the curriculum?
So
let's see some hands. Let's see some hands. Maybe
they
don't want
Ryan is here too. Ryan, how's it going? All right. So the 30-day swim boot camp, it's not just the technique. Okay. So we cover technique, speed, endurance, open water skills. Each athlete has different level. Okay. Each athlete. And of course, some of you guys may not be, in the, do not have an access to the ocean. We don't force you to swim in the cold water if you can't, but we want you to at least know the skill in the open water, endurance, speed. Okay. And then this is how we break down. Week 1, we talk about breathing, balance, alignment. Week 2, catch and pull, kick, hip drive and rotation, stroke rate, open. There's a lot. And we do that in 30 days. Can you believe that? You guys did that. All right.
And then, what about you, Stephanie? What made the biggest difference for you working together with Coach Shangrila and the rest of the team?
The biggest difference? I guess just the feedback that she's, no matter the length of the video you post, she just can pinpoint exactly what you need to do and how you need to improve. It's just like, wow, like how can you, so detailed, just from like a 20-second video, 30-second video.
Well, thank you.
Impressive, yeah.
Yeah. So now I warned some of the people who attend the 30-day swim boot camp. Your friends may not like you, those people who go swimming with you, because you're gonna start looking at their form and you're gonna start saying like, you gotta fix that thing. My coach said, because now you know. Did you say that you know how to swim properly now?
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not swimming to survive anymore. Actually, it's relaxing,
Nice.
feel comfortable.
Not swimming to survive anymore. That is big.
Now it's swimming to get faster, because she got PR just recently. That's why she said it's addicting to actually get faster. So, Stephanie is a software engineer. She loves numbers. So I give her numbers. And, she's going to be like, she's on it. All right.
What about you, Archie? What made the biggest difference for you working together with Coach Shangrila and the rest of the team?
Oh, the whole group, the whole community is just really phenomenal. I mean, the fact that not only do you get feedback on your swims and with your techniques, you also get to see her feedback on other swimmers that may be more advanced than you. And so when you're looking at their videos and how they perform the swim techniques or whatever, and she provides the feedback, it's also helpful for you. And then she has like a ton of resources, like tons and tons of videos that breaks down every little thing, from how to use your tempo trainer, your mentality as far as you being, a triathlete or learning to swim. She just has a lot of great resources. So it's just phenomenal being able to link up with other people, see how other people are doing in the group, but also, get the detailed feedback on what you're doing. So it's truly a great community because we're all in it together. And even though we're all on different levels, we're all still learning from each other. So it's phenomenal. You couldn't have asked for a better group.
Thank you.
Aww.
So just for everyone's information, we're talking about the exclusive current athlete group. It's only for current athletes, Feistyfox Tribe. What we've made in this community is basically, we share things. We love to learn from each other because we're just really learning creatures. And I myself, I'm also still learning. I learn like different ways of how they think. And I actually love that. We are able to become just ourselves. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like you don't have to be perfect. Because I tell you, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. Let me just get, our physical therapist, because we also have our physical therapist, our registered dietitian. But definitely, if I can help, I'll go through it. Now, what Archie has said, there's a lot of resources. The main thing is because, let me just show you something quickly here. We don't just give training plan. And, if you guys are just looking for training plan, you might be like, whoa, this is too much. Okay. Because, there's a lot of online training plan there, but what we give is training, help on training, nutrition. Okay. So, how to address your race nutrition, your body maintenance. So, because I know our athletes like work hard, like they're badasses. So, but I don't want them to get injured. Okay. So like, for example, actually, Stephanie, let's go back to Stephanie. Stephanie, I know you had an injury from the military.
I had injured my left hip flexor when I was in the Army.
Yeah. And that was the one thing that we want to make sure that we address, because you said you're going to do a 70.3, right? And you are not really running much then. So how is your hip flexor?
Oh, it's amazing. I haven't had any issues since I started doing like daily body maintenance for it.
Yeah, body maintenance. And I just want to add also, Stephanie, actually, this one is, she finished also on top of it. She finished a half marathon. Okay, that was just last weekend. And the last half marathon she did was 6 years ago.
Nice.
And she did it. And no soreness felt all day. What is going on? What are you drinking? What are you eating, Stephanie? We want to know. Okay. So, and again, she just started and she's getting all this. So yeah, so
That is amazing.
So if you guys want to know more about the body maintenance, hashtag body maintenance, because we do have a free training on that. We have a lot of resources in Ironman and beyond, meaning that you don't really have to be our current athletes anyways either. If you just like, let me just learn more. So in our Ironman and beyond, we have training, resource, nutrition, body maintenance for injury prevention, mental fitness, and also race strategy. So those are the things that we give. And I know Archie also did a 10K while she's doing 30-day swim boot camp. And how did you feel about that, Archie? Because this was Archie. She said, Coach, I finished my race and I feel great. I'm way better shape than I was before. I don't feel as though I've been hit with a tractor trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I felt amazing. I mean, I was not sore like I had been before in the past. And I just felt great. You prepared me perfectly for this. Even though I didn't really PR since because I've never signed up for a 10K before. I did a half marathon, and within that half marathon, I was able to finish the 10K portion right at the same time as I finished this time, but it was a lot colder this time. Yeah. So I wasn't prepared for that. But overall, I would say I had more power. I felt better during and after the race, and the recovery went well. So just taking tips from you, and the last race, I was not prepared. I mean, I was way out, and I wasn't out of shape, but I wasn't as prepared as I was this time. And then I didn't practice great nutrition then. And this time, under your coaching, I know exactly what I need to do or what works for me. Yeah. So that was just phenomenal, the whole experience.
Yeah.
And not hurting.
Yeah, I know. And even also Stephanie wasn't hurting. And then Corie's just crushing the training. So that was great. You guys get a lot from that. I hope you guys get a lot from and was taking notes. They said a lot of good things, and like I said, some of them I can't even pronounce or say it myself because they're just so good.
For those who are interested in that body maintenance training, hashtag body maintenance, and we'll point you to it. We actually have that. It's in the group.
And that's what Archie and Stephanie mentioned. They're not feeling anything. Oh no, they feel great, but they didn't feel like they got hit by a tractor. Okay. Or like Stephanie said, like they were not feeling, she was not feeling sore, even though she did not run a half marathon for 6 years. Okay. We have a lot of resource, like how to structure your Ironman training. That's also in there. So just raise your hand. But that's what we do, everyone. We show up here in Ironman and beyond. Can you believe that you're actually going to be on live and actually the one who's going to be inspiring, giving advices like right now? How do you feel?
I never would have thought that. I'd be in one of these.
Archie, Korie.
I was totally caught off guard. I didn't think that I would be called up for this. I didn't.
And Korie?
Well, I was just thinking back to I remember the day where I joined the Ironman and beyond. There was another called just like this with some amazing athletes on. I'm like, wow, they're so inspiring. I can't believe it. I'm like, well, what if one day, that could be me.
Yeah.
And 2 months later, that's you.
Not this soon. I'd like in a year maybe or something, but
yeah.
I mean, it is great, to be inspired and then turn around and pay it forward to others. Yeah. And
yes,
I'm sure there's plenty of people on the call that are sitting there right now that you could be the next one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Hashtag value. I'm serious. Like they're really nailing this one. Like they're giving you, why they're doing this. Actually, I mean, why did I quit engineering? I'm actually right here. Okay, all right. Well, that's what we do in Feisty Fox Coaching. We help busy high achievers really crush their dreams. And if you guys you just want me, Coach, I really want to get help right now, or I'm just stuck here. I don't know what I'm doing. we do have that 15 minutes game plan. We don't offer anything there, but basically what we would love is just to give you more of like the next big step. So you're not stuck. And that's why we created the Ironman and Beyond. So, like we can give back to the community, even if it's a free group. Like we have a lot of free training, but you got to raise your hand and tell us, like what you need. So we have Julian, Sarah, and Lakeen, and other of our team members who's actually helping everyone out in the team. We got busy, but hey, if we help and you guys are happy, we are happy. And we help more athletes just like Archie, Korie, and Stephanie. So if you want that 15 minutes game plan, just put hashtag game plan and we'll help you guys out, and we'll have our team members reach out on you. And do you guys have anything else to add up that we didn't cover? Korie, Stephanie, Archie? I think we covered everything. Guys, you think?
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I think we got it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I do have one last question. What are you excited about this year? Just one. The big excitement.
Are you trying to pull it out of us that we commit to the 70.3 coach?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Archie!
It's a blank question. It's like, blank check. Like what is this, like 2022?
What do you want to order from the menu of life?
2022. Remember we had a call, like take you to the end of the 2022. And this one's for everyone, by the way. I'm going to mix up some mindset here. Okay. Take yourself to the end of 2022. How do you see that new Archie end of 2022? Or new Stephanie end of 2022? Or new Korie end of 2022? How do you see yourself? Because and then now we move forward by thinking about how you want to see it and being that person, take it back to right now, and then plan it out to get there. You don't have to answer right now. I'm not gonna put you on spot because, but I'm just curious if you have anything. If not, it's okay. I put you on spot. I'm so mean. Okay, how about you? Those people who are watching here. Okay.
Sharon says she's proud of all of you for starting, and have fun and good luck with your journey.
There you
Thank
go,
you.
Sharon. So everyone, how about you guys? If you're watching the replay or watching the live, I'm going to let them think about it if they want to answer my question. But basically, just to end this call, take yourself end of 2022. How do you see yourself? Okay. Because how do you see yourself in 2022 is how you're going to become throughout the 2022. You can plan things.
Okay, I got it. I know what I want to do.
All right. Okay. All right.
You're so funny, Coach. You're so funny. Okay, so I want to be a phenomenal athlete that is on her way to running her first half Ironman.
Yay! There you go. 70.3.
Phenomenal athlete.
If
coming up,
whether it's doable or not, what I'm going to tell you is that you got time. The time is yours. You have the ways, you have the power right now because you already built that. And I saw it. If you tell me that back in December, wherein you're like, but right now with your mindset in January, I'm like, I have no doubt, because everyone, it starts with a mindset. Doesn't matter where you're coming from right now, but it starts with a mindset. With the right mindset, you have the right thought, the right emotions for you to actually propel forward and put into action every single day. All right. Okay. You guys want to answer? It's okay if it's not.
I can go.
All right.
I was just going to say that if Coach gets her way, then I'll be doing the 70.3 in July. And that means the full Ironman is not off the table this year.
What? Why not? Why not?
Well, there's one in Arizona. So I'm saying like there might be a full Ironman in this girl's future. Yep. And if Coach gets her way, it'll be sooner than I think it is.
Yep. No doubt. Like I said, like a year. We have a year here.
Yeah, a year.
And also, it takes more of, honestly, and that's why we have not even gone through about this one, race strategy. I mean, Okay, you basically, okay, how do you finish a triathlon? And go backwards and break it down. Swim, bike, run. What's the pace? What's the distance? Where you're at? And then put that on your training every single day with the consideration of where your current fitness right now. So right now, you're not injured and it's going to be like that. Okay, that one is doable. Okay, get it done. We'll be done.
Justin's
awesome.
giving you a whoop whoop.
Yeah. All right. We got Chris also calling in. What's up, Chris, Ma? Okay, let's see. Stephanie, do you want to answer? It's okay if you don't want to answer.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, all right.
Say, for this year, I like to be the best version of myself, both in triathlon and, personally.
Yeah, love it. It's not just as an athlete, right? Just all around. Love it.
Yeah.
And I know what you've been doing already is carrying on. You're just like, I can see you, like you get the job done. Basically, right? Unless there's something that's not like out of your control, right? Yeah, good. Awesome. Love it. Well, thank you so much, ladies. Archie, Stephanie, Korie. Thank you, Vineta. Thank you, everyone. Everyone, if you guys got value on this one, #value. And please don't hesitate to raise your hand if there's anything that we can help. Again, we do this weekly live here in Ironman and Beyond. It's a live stream. You don't need anything to, push button, but just show up, refresh the Ironman and Beyond. And we have other free training resource. And yeah, just engage so we actually know how we can help you. All right. Good night, everyone. Archie, Korie, Stephanie, and everyone in Ironman and Beyond. It's been fun talking to these ladies. Till later. Bye.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.